Happy 2024 to you. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, I'm just a dude out here on my farm, shooting, mudding a four-wheeler, doing this, that, or the other. I'm just including you along. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for tuning back in. Today, we are shooting the 25 Creedmoor 133 grain burger, and we're running an H4350 on the powder. Here's what we're working with, y'all. This is my rifle I've dubbed Darth Sidious. This is a Douglas barrel spun up by Kenny I at Desert Precision Gunworks. On the end, I have an Ultradyne muzzle brake. The chassis is a Masterpiece Arms hybrid chassis. On top, we have the tracked Toric Scope Ultra HD. It's the 4.5 by 30. Here are the pills we're shooting today. So sexy. I love this round. I love this rifle. Been a little bit since I shot the 25 Creedmoor. I've been so hyper focused on that 22 DPC. I did bust this out a few weeks ago. I was shooting a little promo video for my invention, my shooting device that I made. I am going to make a whole video on that once it's ready. It's just not ready yet. I'm still tweaking things. I want to have a better final product, so to speak, before I really go pushing that thing. I have a fellow working on the logo. I have someone working on the website. The official name of it is, are you ready? Are you ready?
I just want a name. I want it so it can cut glass, you know, like razor sharp.
Razor sharp, right?
And this name is just so bright and so sharp that the sign, it just blows up because the name is just so powerful.
The PRS sled. I thought of a bunch of different things, and you know what? I was like, you know what? Why try to get fancy with it? Just call it what it is, and that's what it is. If you're new to the channel, this is pretty much what it's all about. I'm out here shooting for the most part. Sometimes I'll be out here riding the side-by-side or hunting or doing this, that, or the other type of project. Sometimes I'm doing a little tinkering around on the guns or pistols or whatever. And I'm just including you along. And that's all it is. I didn't make a channel and then try to put content specific to that channel. I am doing this every day, and I just made a channel including in what I'm doing every day. So it's a little different. I'm a little random. I ain't your typical gun channel. I'm not sponsored, I'm not monetized, so you're just getting raw. You're just getting raw me. A little unconventional. I have people say, well, if you were more specific with what you do, you'd have more viewership. That's probably true. I am random. I'm not politically correct. I like to cuss, spit tobacco, and it is what it is. And that's the way I like it. I'm just out here doing me. Okay, review. We're back out here. This 25 Creedmoor, I shot it a lot last year and kind of put it on the shelf as I pursued the 22 DPC. The load I was shooting with last year was 39 grains of H4350 when I was shooting matches 500 yards in. If I wanted to reach out, I usually shot the 42 grain load. There's a match coming up in March out to a mile, and I was all excited to sign up for that thing. On Monday, I looked, there's 14 spots left. I'm like, I'll get this 25 Creedmoor tuned in for that. On Wednesday, I went to go sign up, and it was full. So I'm on the wait list. We'll see if I get in or not. But the funny thing was, I was going to get this tuned up anyway, and a buddy of mine called me, and he's going to shoot the next match with me. He's working on a project, though, and his rifle, where we're shooting, we'll be out to 1,000 yards plus, probably. And the rifle that he was using is not really ready, or he's in the middle of a project with something else. Anyway, I said, hey, man, you can use A, B, or C, or X, Y, or Z. He said, I'd love to shoot that 25 Creedmoor. I said, okay, perfect. So I've come back out here to get it tuned in. Now, earlier this summer, I had the 6 arc barrel on this. And so whenever you change the barrel back and forth on this is a switch lug chassis. This is an origin action on it. But when you switch the barrels, it does affect accuracy. You have to kind of tweak it back to whatever. So that's what I'm doing today. We're out here shooting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different loads on this. I got the 39 grain, the 42 grain. The recommended load for this rifle when it came was 43.6 grain CFE 223. I tried that out and it was too damn hot. Now that load was tested out in Arizona. conditions are very different out there than they are here in Indiana. 43.6 was just too hot. I was seeing signs of pressure on the cases, and it just rocks you, man, for the purpose of barrel life. And I've been running it at 39 or 42 grains. I haven't really spent a whole lot of time going over 42 grains, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go to 42.3, 42.5, 42.7, 42.9, and then 43.2, and then I ran out of bullets. I got bullets, but I need to load some up for Josh to use at this upcoming match, so I didn't want to jump into those. So that's what we got going on. I got the lab radar today. The barrel is clean. I got some burner rounds I'm going to shoot here. Man, this action is so smooth. Man, it's so smooth. All right, all right, all right. 42 grains, we got 28.77. It is January the 6th. Happy Insurrection Day. You fucking douchebags. I would have liked to seen Eric Swalwell's face or fucking Adam Schiff's face when they got the news some crazy assholes have broken into the Capitol. Don't agree with what they did, but those fucking dickheads have to know that we are the people. Stay in check. It's all about the checks and balances. Bidenomics has not been kind to my business, and as such, I am working nights starting next week as a janitor at the school system. I got to make some extra cash to support my habit here. Match season is coming up, and I have a match in 2 weeks, and then in February I'm shooting the MDT Frostbite. It's a big pro match here in Indiana. I'm excited to do that. That'll be my first time shooting that. Takes a lot of money to make things go bang. On my next video, I asked Santa for a tuner brake. On that 22 DPC, the bolt action, it's solid. The AR platform, it's kind of up and down. I'll shoot 1 week, a 1/2 inch group. I'll come back the next week, everything the same load, everything the same, and I'll shoot an 1.5 inch group. I don't really know why. I'm not quite figured it out. And so I think that barrel is just picky or very sensitive. I mess around with it a lot. Putting this suppressor on, that suppressor on, this muzzle brake on, blah, blah, blah. So Santa got me an EC tuner brake. And so my next video, we're gonna be playing with that. I'm curious on my 80 grain Sierra Match King load with Varget. That's the one that I shot a really group with, and then the next week it's kind of spread out on me. So I'm really curious if this tuner brings that in. And then I have another bullet that historically that rifle hasn't shot well. I'm going to see if I can tune the rifle to that bullet. So check that out on my next video. They'll be coming up here very soon. 29.48, 29.43, and this, by the way, is the 42.7. ES12 SD 4.9, average 29.47. I like recording this shit so I can remember what's what. And I appreciate you commenting. You know, please do so. Give me any pointers if you see something I'm doing. One guy's like, it's your rest, that table. You need to get a better shooting rest. I'm here to tell you, this fucking table's solid. There's probably an 8-foot skid on the bottom of this thing. It probably weighs 150, 170 pounds. I have it on this Coldwell turret, and I got it bagged up on back. When I'm looking through the scope, it does not move whatsoever. So my rest is solid. Don't you worry about that. 29.60. It's a one-hole group. 29.68. Uno mas. 29.58. ES16 SD 6.9. Average 29.61. Now I'm going to take you down. I'm going to show you this target. It's shot this powder, as you can tell by the numbers, so very consistently. And the groups are fantastic across this whole range of charges from 42 to, we're getting ready to shoot the 43.2. Let's see how this does here. It's a nice little group down there. This thing shoots so well. You know, it's got a little more horsepower than your typical 6 Nashor or things like that. But man, this thing is fucking flat too. I remember last year I was shooting a match and I'm like, I just overcompensating. You just hold off with this thing. You don't have to really dial. It's pretty damn flat. And it smacks a steel plate like it mean business. All right, this is 42.3, top right. 29.17. 29.19. One hole going down there. You know, I'm not sponsored. I don't get paid for any of this shit. This is all on my own dime and on my own time. Takes a lot to sit there and prep all your brass and to load all these up and buy the bullets, buy the powder, buy the brass, buy the primers. Nurture these little pills and these little seeds so they grow into freedom. Give me a thumbs up or a sub on that, would you? That's all I'm looking for. See if this group holds together here. Oh yeah, 29.12. Liking the numbers, liking the group, it's one hole. I was gonna put my Area 419 Hellfire match brake on this thing. Those Hellfire brakes are probably about the slickest brake that I've found installation wise. You put a barrel nut on and then the brake threads to that barrel nut. You can put suppressors on it with that made up or whatever, but it does have a flaw. Sometimes the brake gets fused to the barrel nut, and that's what's happened. I cannot get the two apart. I put it through a sonic cleaner earlier in the week several times, soaked it in CLP or CLR or whatever the fuck, and then I've had it soaking in penetrating oil for the past 2 days. See if I can get the thing apart. So I put this Ultradyne on there. It's a good brake, better than nothing. 29.20. This group is looking really, really good, y'all. There's 4. 5th shot. 29.10. Oh yeah, ES10 SD 4.6 average 29.16. I like that. Group is awesome. We're at 100 yards, making freedom ring on Insurrection Day. We the people, you assholes. 29.34. 29.34. Ooh, buddy. Got one hole again. 29.42. 29.24. ES19 SD7. 29.32 average. All right, gang. 42 grain. H4350. 42.3. 42.5. 42.7, 42.9, 43.2, 39. That 39 grain load is what I shot last year, but I got that weird. That's my first shot, and then the other 4 were there. Odd. That's my warm-up target dot with random stuff from last year. Shot pretty well. So I think the load I'm gonna make up for Josh will be the 42.3. load. That is under a half MOA on that. Oh yeah, buddy. It's what we love. It's what we love to do. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me on this day of freedom. Next video, I'm out here with the 22 DPC on the AR platform with the EC tuner brake. Be sure to tune back in and check that out. Till next time, stay free.
That's all, folks.